For those of you who have not met me, I'm Laurie Speranzo, and I am on the math team with the Institute. And I have the pleasure of introducing our next guest, who is the 2015 Poet Laureate for the state of Texas. Dr. Carmen Tafolla comes to us for the second year in a row in an interesting way. Last year, for those of you who were with us, you had the opportunity to view one of Dr. Tafolla's storytelling events via video, and it gave us a sense of getting settled in and situated in working with our students who are English language learners. Dr. Tafolla was the 2002 Poet Laureate for the city of San Antonio. It was the first time the post was awarded, and in her 2-year tenure as such, she actually appeared in more than 300 schools, universities, professional conferences, and community arts centers. She has more than 20 books in print, 2 of which are outside if you'd like to take a look at her beautiful, beautiful books that are done in both Spanish and in English. She is a multiple book award winner, and in 2010, she was given by the Library of Congress the Americas Award. She has 5 International Latino Book Awards, 2 to... Yes. I'm so sorry. If you go out to the front desk, I'm sure that they can help you find where... Do you know where the lobby is? If you go back out here, I'm sure that the people at the front desk can help you with anything that you need. Sorry. She is the winner of 5 International Book Awards. Her work appears in high schools and university textbooks internationally, newspapers, journals, magazines. She is a professor of education at the University of Texas at San Antonio. And in doing research for this, one of the interesting things I found is that the critic Yolanda Boyles Gonzalez marks her female characters in the books that she writes and the poems that she writes as displaying strength and an indomitable will to endure and survive even in adverse situations. And we know that the issues around making sure that we have equity for character representation, strong women, critical aspect. Alex Haley, who wrote Roots, actually called her a world-class writer. And wouldn't we all love that distinction? So this year, lobby's right outside, sorry. This year, I'm pleased to have Dr. Carmen Tafolla join us as the speaker who closes the first day on voice, agency, and identity.
Someone here can know how to go to La Calle Guadalupe? Are you waiting for la Dr. Tafari, whatever she called? No, I don't go to doctor no more. So many people, you wait so late in the day, he's not going to see you. You don't wait for la Dr. Tafuri or whatever, you know? You take me to my house, I have tamalitos and salsa, make you well, whatever you're sick of. Yeah, I don't go to doctor no more. I went to doctor one time, and they put me in a big room like this. They call it a waiting room. You know what you do there? You wait and you wait and you wait. And by the time they called me, I was almost well already. Oh, yeah. And then la enfermera, la nurse, she take me to another room, a little room. And you know what she said to me there? Take off your clothes and put on this gown. Fíjate nomás que me dice que take off your clothes. Take off your clothes and put on this gown. It was not a gown. It was a piece of pepper. And I was calling that piece of pepper, and I wait, and I wait, and I wait some more. And by the time the doctor come, I was sick all over again. I don't go to doctor. I go to curandera. La curandera, she take little leaves, she boil, make tea, give you tea, you drink, you get well. Doctor, they don't give you nothing. They charge money. And then they send you another place. They charge money again, and they give you a little bottle with tiny pills that are made from the same leaves the curandera will give you for free. That's why I don't go. I don't take my children, I don't take my grandchildren, I don't take my great-grandchildren to doctor. Oh yes, if I wait here in a chair up high like that, maybe somebody, I see them leave to their car, they take me to La Calle Guadalupe? Yes? Or at least somebody here nice, muchachito, por favor, levántame una silla, put it up there so I can sit down and see you good. I sit down here, I so chaparrita, no conocí nobody when they leave. You take me a chair aquí, por favor. Gracias, mijito. Mira, that way I keep eye on you. Yeah. You know, so many of you like that. Ay, ya. Ahí va, gracias. So many. You're going to wait long time for doctor. You're going to get so bored. You don't have no music, no nothing. Nobody bring a boom box, ni nada. I know how to sing just like a radio. Oh, yeah, mira. Ahorita te enseño. Aquí va. Todos dicen que la banda está borracha. You don't know the song? I know another one. It's a folk song about a little girl named Margarita or Macarena or something like that. You know another one? Oh, I know another. It goes, stop in the name of love before you break my heart. Think it over. Think it over. That was my Tia Maria. My Tia Maria was weird. Even in my family was weird already. But Tia Maria, she was special weird. You know, she didn't fit any of the stereotypes. She didn't fit the mold. She didn't fit inside the boxes that society has all set out for us about what an elderly Hispanic woman is supposed to look like or act like or think like. You know the boxes. She didn't fit. Those are the same boxes we have to fill out at the beginnings of forms, you know. The ones that say white, not Hispanic, black, not Hispanic, Hispanic, not Hispanic. You know the ones. We don't fit. None of us. We don't fit inside those boxes because human beings are diverse, one from the next. A toe sticks out here and an elbow sticks out over there. We're weird, all of us. Just like Tia Maria was weird. And the more years that pass, the more I appreciate the weirdness that Tia Maria had. You see, there was one day when we were at home, and I happened to be there on that lucky day when a census taker came to the front door. Oh, Lord. Well, there's really no way to tell you about it. I think the only way to handle it, really, is to let you hear Tia Maria herself, because she was something else. It kind of worked like this. Sí, ahí voy, espérense. Hold on. Wait a minute, ahí voy, coming. I'm coming, hold on, espérense, wait. Ahí voy, I'm coming. Bueno, Jessie, hello, what you want? Survey? Oh, sure. I'm good at survey. I answer all your questions, and let me turn off the beans first para que no se me queman. Esta gente que siempre viene a la hora de la comida, I don't know why they always come at lunchtime, it's because they don't eat it, because they don't work, quién sabe. Okay. What you want to know, mijita? Name. Oh, sí. Yo tengo name. My name is María Francisca Vaca González Montoya de Luján. Para servirle. Juan, you want to know which is last name? All of them, mijita, all of them are last name. Vaca, that was my father. And González, that was my mother. And Montoya era mi gramo. Era una familia muy importante. You don't speak Spanish. Oh, está bueno. Okay. I tell you, Montoya were important family. You don't know the Montoya? Oh, el Luján, pobrecito, he was my husband. Que descanse en paz. They don't fit on your line? A ver. Escríbelo chiquito. Write it little, then fit on your line. Maria Francisca, keep going. Vaca, con B de burro. Gonzalez, you have to put her in. She was my mother's name. My mother not here, I not here. So you want me, you have to take her too, so put Gonzalez. Keep going. Montoya, porque era familia, muy importante. Los Luján, because you have to respect the dead. Good. I'm glad I helped you. You have a nice, no, more questions, okay? Age, 91, and born? Of course I was born. Okay, where? No que born in Mexico, ni que born in East LA, aquí mero en San Antonio. San Antonio, like you gringos call it. How long my family lived there? Let me think. 1, 2, 3. No, 3 years. No, 3 centuries, mijita. We're not like what you call newcomers. No. You see, some people, they ask me, they say, oh, Miss González Luján. I say, González, Vaca González Montoya Luján. They say, yes, well, Miss L, when did you cross the border? I say, I didn't cross the border. They say, when did your parents cross the border? I say, my parents didn't cross the border. They say, when did your grandparents cross the border? I say, my grandparents didn't cross the border. We didn't cross the border crossed us. They don't know who we are. But you have more questions. Sure, ándale, que. Occupation. What do I do? Ooh, mijita, the things that I do. I raise 5 children, 20 grandchildren, and a whole bunch of great-grandchildren, un montonote, sí. Y también las cosas de la casa, I know, you know, speak English, Spanish, lo que sea. The things of the house, the raising the children, the pizca, pero no sé cómo decirlo en inglés, esta pizca, the pig. I don't know how to say. The factory sometimes, cuando había necesidad, muchos lugares, I do lots and lots. Just ponle allí que things of the house, houseworks, house stuffs, lo que sea. Okay? Okay, qué bueno. I'm glad I helped you. Yes, you have a nice day too. Wait. What you put on there? ¿Cómo que? Occupation none? Occupation none? No, señorita, ¿cómo que occupation none? No, I got up at 5 in the morning every morning of my life, sometimes earlier, que moler el chile, amasar las tortillas. I know, you don't speak Spanish. I feed the men, I feed the women, I feed the children, I feed the friends, I feed the enemies, I feed everybody. No, que occupation none, que nada. Y las cosas de la casa, the things of the house, they go and go and go, they don't stop. They go more and more each day. I never retired. Someday I die, but I never retired. Y los hijos, to raise the children, it's hard job raising children. You don't know, ya verás. You got to teach them the ways de la gente. You got to teach them how to act like gente, how to act like people, the things that keep us going for hundreds of years. You got to teach them cómo portarse bien, what's right y que what's wrong y todo eso. You don't know. Ya verás. It's hard job, hardest job there is to work with children. But it must be important because they save the next 300, 500,000 years. You got to think big, mijita. No, que occupation none. It's small, it's little. I work so hard, and I work in la pizca. I don't know how to say pizca. It's the pig. You know, it's pick potato, pick squash, pick melon, pick onions, todo lo que comes tú. You eat it. I picked it. No, señorita, their words is occupation, and quítaselo, and put it over here, where it says salary. Salary, none. Occupation, mucho. Tia Maria was one voice from our community. A voice that's a little non-standard. A voice that isn't heard all the time, and a voice that's a little weird, yes. But a lot of our students come from a home where there's a Tia Maria or some other family member that doesn't quite fit the mold. And so today, I'd like to take you to some voices of individuals from age 5 to age 91, voices that might have something to teach us in today's world. Voices that are usually not heard and faces that are usually not visible, and yet they are so important to our world. The next voice you're going to hear is the voice of Tere, short for Teresa. And Teresa's going on her first day into first grade. She is so proud of going into this new adventure because Tere has been told that she's smart. Tere has been filled with all that intangible culture that we don't always have some evidence for, and we certainly don't have it on her school record. So as you listen to Tere, listen to the strength in what she has been taught, in what she carries with her, strength that we can all learn from, and also think of the students that are in our schools going through these same experiences, struggling to be who they authentically are and to bloom to their full capacity. This is the voice of Tere on her first day of first grade. Now, I'm never surprised when I perform this in Los Angeles or Denver or El Paso, Tucson, Albuquerque, or Chicago, and somebody comes up to me afterwards, some young Mexican-American woman, and says, I was Tere. That was me. It makes me think that maybe that is a pretty good portrayal of what it's like to be female and Mexican-American. But then I performed it in Canada. There wasn't a single Mexican-American in the audience. And I thought, whatever. And a young Latvian woman came up to me after the performance and said, that was me. I was Tere. And then I performed it in the north of Spain, and I said, nobody here is going to get it. I mean, people in Spain just don't get what Mexican-American and minority and all that's about. They're Spanish in Spain. They're first-class citizens, right? They don't get this business of being the other. And a young Basque woman came up to me after the performance and said, esa fui yo fui Tere. So I thought maybe Tere was a pretty good portrayal of what it was like to be female and of a non-dominant culture. And then I performed it in Norway, and a young Norwegian man came up to me afterwards and he said, that was me, I was Tere. And I thought, well, maybe that is a good portrayal of what it's like for any of us to not fit inside those little boxes that society has all set out for us. The voice of Tere on her first day of first grade. I know I got one on already, but I want to, so it shows, para que se vea pretty. Se ve pretty. Okay, my boy, just let me finish the cartoons. Okay, my boy. Bye, Ama. Yes, I'll go straight to first grade. I no talk to nobody on that way. No, Ma, you don't got to go with me. You got the baby. Stay home. Yeah, I'll go straight to first grade, and I no talk to nobody on the way. No, Ma, I no talk to strangers. Ma, What's a stranger? Well, then I don't talk to nobody. No, Ama, I won't get lost. Ma, it's only a block away. I went on the registration. Sí, Ama. Sí, Ama, I be good to the teacher. I teach her respect. I show her respect. No me limpio los mocos enfrente de ella. Yes, Ama. Yes, Ama. Sí, Ama. Sí, Ama. Yes. Yes, Ama, I know que in Mexico, where you come from, the three highest things is God, the Virgin of Guadalupe, y la maestra, the teacher. Yes. I respect her. I show her respect, and I don't talk to nobody on the way, and I don't get lost. Yes. Yes. Ma, I'm almost there already. Okay, Ama. Yes, of course. Bye. Bye. Hey. Today I got first grade. I've never been to first grade. I've never been to first grade, but first grade is so cool. It's so cool. You don't know, because you little. You got to stay home. I get to go to first grade. But you know what, first grade is like Christmas. Yeah, no más que instead of getting things, it's learning things. Yeah, they learn you lots of things. They learn you to read and they learn you to write. I already know how to write my name. Yes, I do. My name is Tere. Yeah, it is. No que soy mentirosa. It's Tere. Yeah, it goes like this. It's a T, see? It's a E, like that. It's a, I forget what's called, but goes like that. And then it's another E. See, the teacher, she's gonna love me. She's gonna love me because I purty and because I smart. Because I smart, you know, my grandma, she told me, she say, más viva que una víbora esta muchacha. Which means smarter than a snake. So I'm gonna go to school and make her happy because I'm pretty and because I'm smart and because I know be late to school. So I gotta go to school, but you gotta stay home because you're little, you can't go. I tell you what, if you're good, I come back to this house. This your house? Oh, good. You're not a stranger, right? Okay. All right. I come back to your house and I tell you all about it after school because you're too little. You can't go. Hi. Already when I went to first grade, and it was fun, and there were lots of things. There were books, big books like that. There were desks. There was chalkboard and chalk too. Yeah, there were lots of kids, and there was a teacher. She was pretty, la teacher. She come up to me and she say, "Hi. My name is Miss Jones." And I say, "Hi, my name is Tere." And she say, "Oh, Terry." And I say, "No, it's Tere." She said, "No, it's Terry." I say, "No, it's Tere." And she say, "It's pronounced Terry." It's pronounced Tere. Watch my mouth. Terry. Terry. See? No, it's Tere. Terry. Terry. I know you can do it. Es Tere. Terry. Tere. Terry. Okay. History. Pero no importa. No importa. It doesn't matter because after that, she showed us these big books with pretty pictures, and I have a little girl with blonde hair and a little boy with blonde hair and another little girl with blonde hair and another little boy with kind of dark blonde hair. Pero no importa, it doesn't matter because then she say she gonna teach us stuff, and I say, teacher, I know how to write my name, teacher. I know how to write my name. And she say, that's nice, now sit down. Teacher, I know how to write my name, teacher. I know how to write my name, that's nice, now sit down. Teacher, I can write my name, teacher, that's nice, now sit down. So then she teaches stuff like how to sit down how to raise your hand and lower your hand, and the boys go one line and the girls go another. Pero no importa, because then she'd show us a movie, because she said she had too many peppers to fill out, so while she filled out the peppers, we watched a movie. I watched a movie of La Cinderella. It was so cool. She was so neat. She was pretty. She was smart. She was everything. I love that movie. I want to be like her. And after they give us these pictures, and they give you the colors to color, and then they take them back, but first they give them to you. And so I color my picture so pretty. I color my picture with long black hair down to there, with the little blue stuffs on the eye like that. She looked just like my big sister, nomás que mi big sister se pone glitter también, but I didn't have a glitter color, so I just used a blue. And she come up and she say, oh, Cinderella has blonde hair. Mine has black. No. Cinderella has blonde. Here, let's do it over. Do it right. And she'd take away my pretty picture, the one with long black hair down to here and the little blue stuffs on the eye that look like my big sister. Pero no importa. It doesn't matter, because then you could smell the food coming from the cafeteria, and I was hungry before lunch. I smelled all the food coming, and I said, oh man. So they put us in a line with the boys in one line, the girls in another, and we go to the cafeteria, and there was so much food that they give you these big plates called trays. And you take your tray, and you're gonna go get the food, and this lady dressed all in white, like in a doctor's office, she said, 3 things, you put 3 things in your tray. Me asustó la vieja. She scared me. So I grabbed prunes and peas and casserole, and I got out of there fast because she scared me, la vieja. And I don't like prunes, and I don't like peas. And I know like casserole, but she scared me, so I got out of there fast, and I was hungry after lunch. Pero no importa, because then we got to go to ET. Yeah. No. TE, yeah. No. PE, eso, PE. We got to go to PE. And I get a coach, like in the Olympics, and I say, hey coach, my coach, because I never coached before, coach, I do whatever you want, coach. I run, I jump, I do the flippy floppies like in the Olympics. You want me to, coach, because you're my coach, I never coached before, coach. I do whatever you want, coach. Okay, coach. And coach, she say, now wait a minute, we're gonna run races first. Oh, coach, pick me, look, I run fast, coach, I run fast for you, coach, because I run fast, coach, I want to run for you, coach, because you're my coach, I never had a coach before. Okay, coach, you pick me, coach. And coach, she said, now wait a minute. We're going to let these boys over here go first, show us how to do it. Con que Juanito y Chale were going to show us how to do it. You know Juanito. He's real nice. He lives down the block from me. He treats me good. Sometimes he gives me these lollipops when he's not finished with them. But he don't run as fast as I do. But I want to be nice to him. So when you run in the race, I say, "Córrele, Juanito!" And the coach, he come up to me, and he say, "This is the U.S. Speak English." Yes, sir. Yes, sir, coach. Yes, sir. Yes, coach. Run, Johnny, run. Pero no importa. No importa, it doesn't matter. And then we get to go back to the class, and we go back to class, teacher says she could teach us how to write our names, and I say, teacher, I know how to write my name. Teacher say, I don't know how to write my name. She say, I put it all in something called capitums. She say, it's supposed to be one capitum and the other's little. And she come up to my paper, and it say Tere like that big on the paper, and she erased my name. And she said, now do it over, do it right. But it was like disappear. It was like invisible. Y no importa. No importa, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because then at the end of the day, we have to play the game donde te tocan en la cabeza. Si te tocan en la cabeza, tú brincas para arriba and say, hi, Vera, Charlie. You know, when they like that, when they touch your head, and so they touch my head, and I say, hi, I Tere. And teacher say, Terry. And I say, oh, yeah, I forgot. Terry. then the teacher mumbled something about putting me in the slow class. I don't want to go in the slow class and move around slow all day long. I want to run and jump with everyone else. Yeah, I got first grade again tomorrow, pero no importa. It doesn't matter. You know, not every kid is like Tere. Some have a very spunky sense of self and identity, and those are usually the ones we call the troublemakers. The next voice is one of those. While other voices are sitting in the counselor's office being told, if you don't improve your grades in American history, you're not going to make it into high school. This next voice is one of those kids that the teachers call the troublemaker. They call her a chola, they call her a pachuca, they call her a hood, they call her a tough kid. But the truth of it is that if you really, really get to know her, you find out that there's an awful lot that the teachers don't know about who she is and what she has experienced. For one, she has never once in her entire school experience seen a book or a standardized test or a film or any educational material with her name in it. So she grows embarrassed of her name and her heritage. She tries to hide who she is. Her real name is Araceli, but the teachers always mispronounce it, Araceli and Arceli. And so she decides she's going to take herself a better name, a short one that works well as an icon when spray painted on dumpsters and the sides of school walls. She takes the name La Dot because you can go and it's right there on La Dot. And it's in English, she thinks. So, La Dot Araceli goes to the library with her teacher and her class. And this is her reaction. What we, as educators, often get to see, if we're lucky, is the big picture with perspective. Not just that moment, but where a person has been and where a person is going into the past, into the future. And when we see that, we appreciate the magic and the power of being a young person about to bloom at a fork in the road. Araceli, in the library, and she uses a lot of heavy language, so please excuse her, but most of her heavy language is in Spanish, so it's okay. Nombre, Chela, I ain't gonna do it. I'm telling you, Chela, I ain't gonna do it. La teacher, she thinks, because she takes us to the library, we're gonna go do a book report for her. Stupid los book reports, y stupid las teachers. Nombre, I don't care. Who's gonna tell her what I say? I mean, she don't pay attention to us anyway. It's like we got no voices. It's like we just like little cartoons with the sound turned off. Or like furniture from the junkyard to sit on just till you get back to the good stuff. I ain't gonna do it. ¿Qué? Que you think we won't pass la standard flight test or lo que sea? I don't care. No importa. That test ain't wrote for me anyway. It wrote for some white guy in a rich neighborhood. Yeah, He's the one they want to pass it, not me. I tell you true. I've seen it with my eyes, Chela. If I get all the answers right, they're going to throw out that test and go get another one because something's wrong with the test if she gets it all right. That's what happened. Yeah. That test ain't wrote for me to pass. No, hombre. She thinks that just because she brings us here to the library, I want to check out a book and do a stupid little book report. Pendeja que va a pensar esas cosas. Porque no es así. No, hombre, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. And if you're smart, Chela, you're going to follow me. Mira, what you do, first off, this trip is just to find a book in the library. That's what she said, you know. Later it's going to be like the outline, el title, y todas las pendejadas esas. But this time just to find a book, right? So we find a book, but color escandaloso. It has to be bright colors on the cover so she notices it. Otherwise, they don't see nothing, right? So you get a book that's like got red or purple or something on the cover, and you open it up like close to her, and you wait for her to see you. And when she sees you, she make a little check mark in her book that you already got your book. Then she's not going to worry about you. She's going to focus on the other pendejos that don't have their book. So what you got to do is get your book, and then you see that door over there? You meet me there like, give me 30 seconds. Y nos arrancamos. We'll take off to the gas station. We'll watch those guys que pasan en sus lowriders. Bien cool, esos vatos, man. We'll get a Coke. We'll have a good time. We'll be back before the bell even rings. You won't even know it. Yeah. I know. I heard what she said in the hallway about I'm going to be the next one to drop out. Maybe you'll be the next one with me, eh? That's all right. I'm fast. I'll find my book. So you just remember about the color escandaloso, and I'll meet you outside those doors in like 30 seconds, okay? All right. Está bueno, Chela. Remember, make sure she makes a check. Beige. White, black, pale blue. Ain't you got any good books in this library? Oh, here's one. It's red. It'll work. Okay, I got my book. Oh, teacher, I got my book. Oh, I love my book. Teacher, I love my book. Teacher, look this way. Teacher, quit talking to the librarian. He isn't even cute. Come on. Come on, teacher, I ain't got all day. What's Chela gonna think about me? Oh, teacher, I love this book. I love this. Teacher, I got my book. Teacher, Chihuahuas, you're gonna make me look bad with Chela. Come on. What's the name of my stupid book? Anyway, it's called Araceli's Question. Araceli, that's me. My name not a book type name. My name in other books are not a book type. They don't have nothing to do with me. I don't know why you say Araceli's Question. I think maybe like it's a typo. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a typo. It's got to be a typo because they're not going to have. Araceli studied the things in her life which brought her pain, a stinging sense of emptiness inside, a boredom that hurt like a burn, a feeling that life was passing her by like a car full of partying people that was going somewhere she would not be invited. It's a lot of typos. More. And more typos and more. On Saturday nights, Araceli's barrio was full of life, full of the sizzling sounds of fajitas and cebollas toasting in the grill, and of Don Chemo's guitar playing, and the people laughing, having aprecio in their eyes for everyone there. On Saturday nights, Araceli's barrio was full of life. But on Monday mornings, Araceli's life was dull and painful, sitting in a desk in one class, then another class, then another class, where no one saw her face, no one heard her song, no one spoke her name. Araceli knew that. What? Chela? Oh, yeah, well, whatever. Araceli knew that. What, Chela? Oh, que the gas station and the lowriders and the guys que están bien cool. No, hombre, those guys are all bored. They're doing the same thing they did yesterday and they'll do tomorrow. Están bien bored, déjalos. Leave me alone, I'm doing something busy. Araceli knew that doing what? Well, I'm doing something important. That's what I'm doing, so leave me alone. Araceli knew that. What's so important? Well, I'm reading a book. Yeah, I'm reading a book because I want to. That's why. So leave me alone. Araceli knew that she wanted to do something with her life, but she didn't know what. So many voices of so many children. So many children with wisdom and richness, with a heritage, with stories in their families, with capacities that just aren't measured in the standardized tests. The next voice I'd like to share with you is the voice of a young boy in 4th grade. He is half Mexican, half Apache, and all genius. And this is his response to his teacher, who is trying to get him referred to a more challenging program. Miss Moran, I'm back from the office. You want me to do the chapter? I already done it. On the 3 more ahead too. On the science project, yeah, I done that yesterday. The counselor? Oh, ma'am. She told me to come back to the class and learn something. No, ma'am. She didn't say. She just mumbled something about she don't know why you sent me to get referred and to be tested for gifted program when I still speak Apache in the halls and Spanish on the playground. Miss Moran, you're the one who told me that the person who speaks 2 languages sees 2 worlds. You're the one who said that another language has its own beauty. You're the one that says that everybody and every culture has value and has a gift. Miss Moran, I know the words in English, but sometimes it says it better in Apache. When I need to explain how the wind swirls hot and cold until they erupt downward in liquid drops of rain that give such a cool drink to the thirsty earth, I say it better in Apache. When I study history and I see the centuries bloom like the petals of a rose, each one opening to let us see what comes behind it, and all together, not one petal, but the whole rose of all of our history, then we understand. I say it better in Apache. And when I try to write a story or even an answer, I do it better in Apache. I don't do it in English. I don't do it in English. She thinks I'm stupid. She thinks I'm stupid because I'm Apache and I'm Mexican too, so I'm double stupid. You understand, Ms. Moran? You understand? English is okay, but my heart speaks a different language. She thinks Apache is not important in the world, like the first chapter in the history book that talks about how the Indians lived and what the Indians were, but never about anything that they did that was important. There's no faces in that chapter, Miss Moran. There's no George Washington or Boston Tea Party or Abraham Lincoln. It's like we don't matter at all. She doesn't understand, Miss Moran, but you understand. I can speak the English, but my heart, it speaks a different language. The final character that I will share with you today is a character that you might be somewhat familiar with. It is the voice of the conference presenter. I'm very honored to be speaking to you about planting the seeds for agency. However, when we think about that which is required in order to have children act as agents of their own destiny, we know that we demand freedom for authenticity, for affirmation, and for voice. Voice, because the sheer act of claiming one's voice is an act of empowerment. Because until children can claim their voice and speak their voice and have their voice respected, agency is not possible. So central is the concept of having a starring role in one's own script of life, of speaking up and acting for what one wants in one's life, that students without a voice pull away from our system, pull away for self-preservation if they feel they cannot speak. We have a responsibility. We have a responsibility to free their voice and give them wings and to allow their acceptance of their authentic self, their authenticity. So you might ask, what in the world is authenticity? What are we talking about? It just means being yourself. Yes, but being yourself in a world which designates which genders are preferable, which ethnicities are preferable, which colors are preferable, which shapes are preferable, which languages, which cultures, which accents, and which heritage is preferable, is not so easy. It is easiest for children to abdicate their authenticity and to follow that which is recommended by others, recommended by the ruling, dominant system, a very dangerous psychological road to ride. When I was a child, I had a dream, and I truly believe that our dreams are the essence of our authenticity. When you dream, when you want, when you hope, it's usually coming from something deep inside you, something you were born with. Well, my dream was a crazy one. I came from a weird family, and so it was a weird dream. I dreamed of being a writer. A writer? But I didn't even know any writers. I wasn't even sure what writers did. I didn't know the names of any writers. We didn't have any books in the house. We didn't have a library on my side of town because I lived in the barrio, on the west side of town, the side of town nobody expected anything from. We were so unexpected anything from that I was told when I was in 7th grade by the junior high principal that I had potential to make it all the way to high school. He didn't say through high school, he said to high school. You know, kid, you're smart, you might make it to 9th grade. We were frisked going in and out of the cafeteria every day because everybody knew we were the worst junior high in town and that we carried weapons like switchblades. We had our hair checked at the same time that we had our purses checked and our pockets checked, and the boys were standing spread eagle getting patted down. The girls were opening their purses and having their hair touched. This was the days of teased hair. And so one day I said to our teacher, "Ma'am, how come is it that we can't have like teased hair, and how come we can't have like mirrors and perfume bottles in our purses and that's against the rules? And she said, oh, because if you tease your hair and then you get into a fight, because they expected us to fight, you're going to reach inside your hair and pull out the knife and stab somebody with it. Oh, ma'am, how come is it that we can't have like the mirrors and the perfume bottles? Oh, because if you get into a fight, you're going to reach into your purse, you're going to take out that mirror, you're going to break it, and you're going to slash somebody with it. And we said, oh. And we learned a lot in junior high about what we were expected to do. But I was not expected to make it past high school. I was going to high school, and that was a great, great accomplishment according to my principal. But my dream, crazy as it was to be a writer. And the city council had given up on that whole side of town. When it came time to vote for anything, they'd say, they don't need a library on that side of town. Those people don't read, they don't even speak English. So finally, when I was 11, a library was put in on my side of town. And I was so excited, because I hadn't told anybody I dreamed of being a writer. I didn't want them to know that I was crazy. So my mother said she'd walk me to the library just 2 miles. Walk me to the library and back once a week. And she did. And I checked out all the books they would let me, which was 5. And I took them home and I read through them as fast as I could. And when I finished reading all 5, it was just Sunday. And I had 2 days to go before Mama could take me to the library again. And I was so bored. And I'd read everything, I thought, except there was one page I hadn't read. It was that boring page right behind the title page. You know, behind every title page, there's a boring page. And the boring page has little fine print that says things like ISBN :0-916-727-10-6. Yeah, it was boring. But I read it anyway because that was all that was left. It was either that or read the backs of the ketchup bottles. And I did find there was one interesting thing on that page. It said, Penguin Books, New York, New York. And I picked up the next one, and it said Doubleday, New York, New York. And I picked up the next one, it said Random House, New York, New York. And I picked up the next one, it said Little and Brown, New York, New York. And I said, oh, I found out something about writers. Books all come from New York. So writers all come from New York, and they write about the kinds of things you find in books, which aren't the kinds of things that I know anything about, but I can try, because if you want to do something, you got to practice it, right? And so I got to practice, and so I'm going to start my first novel. And it says, one day, comma, while walking through the middle of Central Park, comma, in New York, comma, and that was it. That was the end of my first novel. Because I had no clue what Central Park looked like, what you could do there, what was there. I'd never seen it. We had no internet. All I knew was that it was in New York. And I thought, too bad. If only I'd have grown up in New York, I might have had something to write about. I might have been able to be a writer. But I'm just living in this barrio with not even a library nearby, we don't even have any kind of park at all. We don't have Central Park, we don't have any park. At the end of the block, like they have on TV, instead of having a park at the end of the block, we have a tortilleria, where an elderly woman makes corn tortillas for a penny each. And she's old. I mean, she's really old. If you go up the steps and into the tortilleria, she's so old, she barely makes it up to the front counter. And then when she gets to the front counter, the little kid from down the block cuts line in front of you, slaps his 7 pennies on the counter, because it's not like a standard grocery store where you have to have a certain amount or you don't have enough to buy. If you have 3, you buy 3 tortillas. If you have 17, you buy 17 tortillas. Easy, 1 penny, 1 tortilla. Slaps his 7 pennies up there and says, 7 tortillas, por favor. And this old lady starts to count off those pennies one by one. She counts, 1, 2. I thought, I'm going to be here all day long. And I stared at her face. And her face was brown and wrinkled. It looked just like the chuck holes do when they've been rained on a lot in the summer, and then you hit a drought period and they all dry up, and they dry in these little squares, these little brown squares. Her face looked exactly like those little brown squares. And I said, oh, I know why she and the dirt look alike. Because they're the same age. She's as old as the earth. That's why they look alike. And she said, Tres. And I looked at her hair. Her hair was so white that the sunshine coming in from the window seemed to be casting vibrations back and forth between the whiteness of her hair and the whiteness of the sunshine. They were sending rays, communicating, saying, hey, ¿cómo te va este siglo? Que last century was a bummer. Híjole, qué gacho. They were talking to each other, her hair in the sunshine. Because, I know why. Because she and the sun are the same age. They got the same birthday. She's the oldest breathing creature in the solar system. That's what it is. And then she reaches out, finally getting to siete. And when she's on siete, I'm staring at her hands. They don't look like they're made out of hands. They look like they're made out of masa, with which she makes her corn tortillas. And I say, she's older than Mexican food. No civilization would be possible anywhere in the universe without Mexican food. She is the oldest existing creature in the universe. That's what it is. And just when I figure out that she's the oldest breathing creature in the universe, she turns around very slowly to the back of the house to yell for some help, because it's a house with a counter in the front, and they sell from the front, they live in the back. And so she calls for a family member to come help her turn those tortillas, because when you're the oldest breathing creature in the universe, you deserve a little help. And she yells, Mama. And her mother comes in and helps her turn the tortillas. And I thought I had nothing to write about, because I could not be authentic, because my culture was not only not valued, not only denigrated, it was not even seen. It was invisible, and it was impossible to have a voice in a system that considered everything that was mine not important. Well, the years passed. I became a writer. Not only did I become a writer, but I wrote things that came from my culture. And I found that of all the things that had been published, the one piece that had been published most was a little 10-line poem about the world's oldest woman and her mother making tortillas at the corner. And it wasn't because if you want to be a writer, you have to come from New York or a block with a tortilleria at the end of it. It was because it came from who I authentically was. And your best, your brightest, your most dynamic, your most inventive, your greatest leadership, your most brilliance comes from being who you really are. Your roots are there already. You bloom from where your roots come. And so I wrote. And primarily, I wanted to write about children's story. The latest book, currently at the publishers, it's not even illustrated yet, is called Sometimes Your Story, and it's aimed at children who have been negated their voice. Sometimes your story is hiding in your mouth. Sometimes your story is shy behind a door. Sometimes your story is silent in the dark. Sometimes you think you have no story at all. But your story is dancing in the fire in your eyes, flowing from the courage in your fingers, humming inside your bones. Your story is breathing in every dream you shape. Look for it, and it will be yours. Look in the places where ink does not show, in the power waiting between the lines of a song, in the hidden laughter on a wrinkled face, the untold words inside a cracking voice. Look in your unspoken hopes. in your struggles, in your falls, in each star in the sky that sings of where you came from. Your story is there, even in the silences. You must be like a detective or a spy, for your history is written in that song, written on the voice, sometimes written on your heart. Thank you for your search for agency, authenticity, affirmation, and voice. Thank you very much.